Hey everyone, my name is Ty, and I'm here to review the new GoPro Hero 10 and see if it's actually worth upgrading from the Hero 9. To do this, I went to a mountain bike park to test the 3 features I felt were the most important for the upgrade: stabilization, top-end resolution, and overall usability. Before we dig in, I'd like to say I'm going to save my opinion for the end of the video so I don't influence anything. I'm just going to show you the videos and just let you decide for yourself. I really want to test out the Hypersmooth 4.0 and see if we could actually get better than the Hypersmooth 3.0 on the Hero 9. I have the settings off to the side. And nothing too crazy here, I just hit some bumps on the mountain bike. And this is the audio from the GoPro Hero 9. Now it's going to replay with the audio from the GoPro Hero 10. Here are just a few other tests. Do is we'll run back. Next, I want to see if the 5.3K in the Hero 10 visibly outmatched the 5K on the Hero 9. I wanted to see if you can notice the difference between 120 frames a second in 2.7K on the Hero 9 and in 4K on the Hero 10. To talk about usability, both were similar with some key differences. As a disclaimer, I was out there filming with both cameras for about a couple hours, and they were both left on the entire time, stopping and starting recording periodically. Let's start with the pros of usability. The 10's touchscreen is far superior than the 9. Now, I don't think that's a deal breaker per se, but I did notice that when I would switch from the Hero 10 to the Hero 9, it was a little bit more frustrating to deal with. Both cameras use the same ND filters, and I had no problems putting them on. And as far as I can tell, both of these cameras are physically identical, minus the markings and the logos. They use the same battery, and I was able to swap back and forth between batteries. But I kept them on the same battery while filming for those couple hours, and I did notice the 10's battery drained fairly quicker than the 9. Now, I did have a mishap where the 10 fell off the bike and was recording for a few minutes longer than the 9, but I don't think that would have covered the 30% battery difference. One last thing I want to touch on for usability was the GoPro Hero 10 got kind of hot. It wasn't concerningly hot, but it was noticeably more hot than the 9. As far as the processor goes, I didn't really notice any improvement since the Hero 9, but I really wasn't pushing it to its limits, so time will tell. My opinion on the Hypersmooth 4.0 is it's kind of overhyped compared to Hypersmooth 3.0. I really don't know how you can improve much on the 3.0, but 4.0 did just as good. Where I think the biggest difference in these cameras is the resolution size. It just seems sharper on the 10. Even if it's the same resolution, I was kind of taken aback by it just looks a little bit better than the 9. Don't get me wrong, the 9 is a great option for whatever you're trying to film. You could especially see it on the 4K 120 versus 2.7K 120. Obviously, that's a higher resolution, but I also noticed it when they were both shooting 4K when attached to the bike. Maybe it was because they were on either side of the bike and this or that might have changed the lighting or whatever, but I just felt that the 10 was a little bit more impressive than the 9. So that brings us to the end of the video and the begging question of should you actually upgrade if you have the 9? That's really tough because I think the main selling point from these tests is the resolution size and the crispness. However, is it worth $400? Even if you're not a resolution snob and trying to get the best image quality that you can, I think it goes to say that for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and everything we're trying to film for, it helps to look crisper because it downgrades it in the end. So I think the crisper and the better image quality that you can get in the camera, then the best you can output and actually get it to look good outside after you post it. I still don't know if that's enough to make me get a 10 because the image quality out of the 9 is still fantastic. So I think where the 10 really shines is if you're shopping for a new GoPro and it's only $50 more with their subscription plan than the Hero 9. And that's my final answer. So I hope I was able to help you decide on which camera to get. I will leave some links in the description below, along with different NDs and GoPro accessories that I use. It would mean a great deal to me if you would smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks. I'll see you next time.